Jesus, a name whispered in hope, a name shouted in praise. In the Bible, Jesus is more than just a man. He is God's Son, living among us, full of love, full of power. He came to show us God's heart, to heal our hurts, to offer hope where there was none. And he did this, in part, through miracles. Jesus wasn't distant. He met people where they were, hurting and afraid. He saw their pain, felt their sadness, and responded with deep compassion. This compassion fueled his miracles. He didn't heal out of obligation but out of love. His touch wasn't just physical, it was the touch of God's love on a hurting soul. Imagine a man, blind from birth, sees for the first time. His world, once shrouded in darkness, suddenly bursts into color and light. The shapes and forms he only ever imagined now stand before him in vivid detail. The faces of loved ones, the beauty of nature, all revealed in an instant. Jesus did this. He touched the man's eyes, and light flooded in. Darkness vanished. The miracle was not just in the restoration of sight, but in the transformation of a life. A man who had never seen the world now saw it in all its glory. Imagine the agony of leprosy, a disease that isolates and shames. The afflicted are cast out, forced to live on the fringes of society, their bodies and spirits broken. The pain is not just physical but deeply emotional, as they are cut off from family and community. Jesus healed a leper. He touched the man and his skin was made clean. The touch of Jesus did more than heal the body, it restored dignity and hope. The man, once shunned, was now whole and could return to his loved ones. He was welcomed back into society, whole again. The joy of being accepted, of being able to embrace those he had missed, was a profound testament to the power of healing and love. Imagine the grief of losing someone you love, the sorrow that grips the heart, the emptiness that follows. The finality of death can be overwhelming, leaving a void that seems impossible to fill. Jesus raised Lazarus from the dead. He called Lazarus out of the tomb, and death lost its grip. The miracle was not just in the return of life, but in the restoration of hope. Those who witnessed it saw the power of faith and the promise of new beginnings. Life, vibrant and new, returned. The joy of seeing a loved one come back from the brink of death is indescribable. It is a reminder that even in the darkest times there is always hope. These are just a few examples. Again and again Jesus healed the sick, the broken, the forgotten. His touch brought not just physical healing but emotional and spiritual renewal. Each miracle was a testament to his boundless compassion and the transformative power of love. Section 4. Ripples of Faith. These miracles weren't just events, they were turning points. Each miracle performed by Jesus was a beacon of hope in a world shrouded in despair. They were moments that transcended the ordinary, touching the lives of those who witnessed them in profound ways. People who had given up hope found it restored. The blind could see, the lame could walk, and the sick were healed. These acts of compassion and power reignited the faith of many, bringing joy and relief to countless hearts. Fear was replaced by faith. In the presence of such divine intervention, the anxieties and fears that once plagued the hearts of the people were washed away, replaced by a newfound sense of peace and trust in the divine. Those who witnessed these miracles were amazed. Their astonishment was not just at the acts themselves, but at the realization that they were in the presence of something far greater than they had ever known. Some believed in Jesus as the Son of God. For them, these miracles were not just signs of divine power, but affirmations of Jesus' divine nature and his mission on earth. News of these miracles spread like wildfire, drawing people to Jesus, hungry for healing and hope. Villages buzzed with stories of his deeds, and people traveled great distances, yearning to witness the miracles and to find solace in his presence. Section 5. A Legacy of Healing. These stories still resonate today. They have been passed down through generations, carrying with them the wisdom and experiences of those who came before us. The ancient texts and scriptures are not just relics of the past, they are living documents that continue to inspire and guide us. They remind us that God cares about our suffering. In times of hardship and pain, these stories offer solace and hope. They teach us that we are not alone in our struggles and that divine compassion is always within reach. Jesus' compassion knows no bounds. His acts of kindness and mercy were not limited to a select few, they extended to all who sought his help. His life was a testament to the boundless love and empathy that he had for humanity. His power to heal is limitless. Whether it was restoring sight to the blind, curing lepers, or even raising the dead, Jesus demonstrated that there is no ailment too great for his healing touch. His miracles were a sign of the divine power at work within him. Though we may not see miracles like Lazarus, we can still experience healing. Healing comes in many forms, and it is not always as dramatic as the resurrection of the dead. It can be found in the quiet moments of prayer, in the support of a loving community, and in the strength we find within ourselves. Jesus offers healing for our hearts, our minds, our relationships. His teachings encourage us to seek reconciliation, to forgive, and to love one another. In doing so, we can find peace and wholeness in our lives. His love has the power to mend broken pieces and make us whole. Just as a potter mends broken pottery, Jesus can heal the fractures in our lives. His love is a balm that soothes our wounds and brings us back to a state of completeness. His touch is still a touch of hope, offering us strength, comfort, and the courage to face our challenges. In moments of despair, we can turn to him and find the reassurance we need to keep moving forward, and the promise of a brighter tomorrow. The legacy of healing that Jesus left behind is a testament to the enduring power of faith, love, and compassion. It is a reminder that no matter how dark our days may seem, there is always hope for a better future.